Well, we've had a vote and millions of Australians have all said they've got the same problem at the moment in their gardens, and it's pesky weeds taking over the whole garden and the lawn. Well, I'll show you how to beat them. Now, controlling weeds is done by one of two techniques. Now, either spraying with chemicals or, well, physically pulling them out. Now, pulling them out by hand can be backbreaking, and a lot of people don't like using chemicals, but there's ways to do it that can be really effective. Weedicides are usually toxic, and those that claim to be environmentally friendly usually don't work. Now, there are some weeds that you just cannot beat by pulling out by hand. For instance, Kikuyu grass is a serious problem, and pulling it out only makes it worse. Now, you have to use a systemic spray like Zero if you want to control these perennial grasses. And it's really easy to do it like this in lawns. It can be very selective. But in garden beds, it's a lot harder because you don't want the chemical to come in contact with your plants because it'll kill them. You can control grass weeds in garden beds by spraying with Fusilade. Now look, it's hard to find and very expensive to buy. It's usually only available through rural supply stores, but the good thing about this is it only attacks grasses, so you can spray over all the plants in the garden bed and you'll only kill grasses for good. It's amazing. And then there's weeding by hand. Now, believe me, it can be backbreaking and an absolute nightmare. But there's a better way to do it. I'm going to show it to you. I'd love to tell you it was my great idea, but it's actually the people at Fiskars with a clever new way to weed and save your back at the same time. It's the Easy Weeder. Now, simply you use it to pull weeds out without pulling muscles in your back or anywhere else. Now, the design uses your feet for pulling the weeds out. It's really simple. Now, you just push it over the top of the weed, the foot goes down and you lift it back up. Now, how easy is that? Now, if Dad's back's not so good, or maybe your mobility is limited, then this makes life and caring for the garden so much easier than ever before. Now look, this clever design really does make weeding the lawn so much easier, and it saves the back. And I reckon with Father's Day just around the corner, this would be the perfect gift, one he'll always remember. So if you want to get your hands on them, well look, they're available in all good retailers, but particularly Mitre 10, Big W and Bunnings, you'll find good stocks.